watchers, and welcome to another film view tonight. Alright, okay, what I'm going to do is review every Star Trek film. It's going to be something to do, but it's going to take like 10 films to get through. But I watched the first Star Trek film tonight called The Motion Picture. Star Trek The Motion Picture. Actually, I watched the director's cut of this film and I really liked it actually. I don't know why I preferred it to the original version. They thought a better film altogether. I mean, it had better visual effects. It had added effects from, I don't know what year it was, 2001, I don't know, no idea that. So, yeah, so anyway, so it had added effects, and I've never seen this version of the film. It's really good, actually, especially when you see video and stuff like that. It's a 1979 science fiction film based on the TV series, of course, from Gene Roddenberry. Starring William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelly, James Durham, George Takei, James Major Barrett, Walter Koenig, Nichols, Persis Krambata, Stephen Collins, yeah. That's all I want to say. Okay, so just filmed at Paramount Pictures, 79, 132-minute film. This is a long film. Budget of 44 minutes. So it made a lot of money back though. It made 139 million back at the box office. The show was actually cancelled in 1979. I thought it was like 67, 68. And because of Star Wars, they actually made this film. So anyway, let's just get to the story. And it was a pretty difficult film to, because it was like changing it. When they was making the film, the script was changing all the time. I watched a documentary on it. It was like interesting to watch. Okay, the plot. In the 23rd century, a Starfleet monitoring station, Epsilon 9, detects an alien entry hidden in a massive cloud of energy moving through space towards Earth. The cloud easily destroys 3 Klingon warships and Epsilon 9 and its course. On Earth, the Starship Enterprise is undergoing a major refit. Its former commander officer James T. Kirk has been promoted to Admiral. Starfleet Command assigns Enterprise to intercept. It's always the Enterprise that has to intercept something. It's always always close by and all. There's no other shit. It's always the Enterprise. I mean, I don't mind. It's great. It's great. To intercept the cloud, as the ship is the only within range, requiring its new systems to be tested in transit. But then you couldn't think of anyone better than Captain Kirk to actually intercept this life form. It's like a ship actually. When you watch the film, it's like I was actually. With the added special effects, what the thing looked like, it's like a big bloody ship. It's cool though. Citing experience, James Kirk uses his authority to take command of the ship, angering Captain Willard Decker, who has been overseeing the refit as the new commanding officer. Testing the Enterprise's new system goes poorly. 2 officers, including the ship's Vulcan science officer Sunak, are killed by malfunctioning transporter and improperly calibrated engines nearly destroy the ship. Kirk's familiarity with the ship's new system increases the tension between him and Decker, who has been temporarily demoted to commander and first officer. Commander Spock arrives as a replacement science officer, explaining that while on his home world under the ritual purge himself of, he felt conscious that believes emanates from the cloud, making him unable to complete the ritual because the human half felt an emotional connection to it. The Enterprise intercepts the energy cloud and is attacked by an alien vessel within. A probe appears on the bridge, attacks Spock, and abducts the navigator, Leo. I'll leave it up to that part. So this is a film that I've seen before. Now, it's not my favourite Star Trek film. It's a Star Trek film that I like. There's certain things I like about it. So When you watch the director's cut, I don't know why, but it felt better. I have no idea why. Maybe the effects felt better. It didn't feel quite as, because when you watch the original, I admit it was a bit slow, but when you watch it again, you know, it's not that bad actually. I like it. I like it a bit more than I did when I last watched it. I'm not sure because the director's cut feels better. So you got returning characters: Spock, Kirk, Chekhov, Sulu, Uhura, Spock, James, Dr. McCoy, Bones, and he's great. He always has some great lines in this, and he's fantastic to watch. So anyway, yeah, you got this at the beginning of the film. You see, it's like these Klingons attacking this entity's ship. That this cloud, it's like a cloud. It looks like a cloud, but it's not a cloud. Something bigger. I actually heard this thing was actually the V'ger was actually created by the Borg. That's what I was heard, and it's kind of rumor. That sort of theory is real, but it's an interesting concept. The Borg actually created this another life form, but who knows? By accident, maybe. This Klingon ships get destroyed, and station gets destroyed on the because they're watching on this monitor at Starfleet headquarters, of course, and so it's on the Enterprise that's close by. They can actually intercept the finger, so they decide to send the Enterprise with Captain Kirk as the captain again. He gets the ship back, of course, and Decker isn't very happy about it. He's meant to be the captain, but Captain Kirk is the captain again of that ship, of the Enterprise, of course. You couldn't think of a better captain than Captain Kirk. I like William Shatner's performance in this. It's great. He's got a certain charisma that it makes a perfect captain. Captain Kirk William Shatner makes a great freaking captain in this, and him as Captain Kirk is just fantastic. Captain Kirk is a great character. I'm not so sure about the new Captain Kirk though. I'm a little bit. So there's a part in this film where there's like a transporter incident that kills two people, Vulcans and stuff. And it's quite scary. And then when Bones gets transported on, he doesn't want to come on because of the transporter incident, what happened. And yeah, it's quite nice actually, because imagine, that's the only thing I can remember. Is that ever happened once on Star Trek, a transformer incident that went completely wrong? And Bones is great, of course. He gets beamed on board. They have an issue with the warp speed. He goes into this like wormhole. So when they do try to intercept V'ger, because it's going to take like days, whatever, or hours to get to them, and so they end up going through warp speed. But the thing goes into this like wormhole, and there's like a rocking, it's like a meteor, like a rock in front of them. Like, so they have to destroy it. And that scene was added in the special effects, because in the original one it's just like an explosion, but in this you actually see the Enterprise shooting it and then stop it. It's pretty cool, the effects with it. They added special effects in this film. Really well done. Really enjoyed that on 4K. It looks great on 4K. You do see like added certain things. So yeah. So when Spock comes on board, he's like, no, I like the part where you actually see Vulcan. You actually see him doing some kind of like, for motion. I can't remember what you call it now, ritual or whatever for his motion. And I like the fact they had the effects look better. They had like, so the sky isn't black this time. It's like bright, and because in the original version it was like a black sky. It was all black, but now this on the director's cut it's like added, so it's like bright and orange, whatever kind of colour. It's like, so yeah, and the visual effects in this are great. The way they've done it. So anyway, Spock ends up back up. He's on like a shuttle or something. He ends up, so he ends up back on the Enterprise, of course, and Bones is like pleased to see him. Of course, he has a kind of sense of humor. Like these two have great, great chemistry. Spock and they have like a kind of like, like they don't like each other, but they do. It's like that kind of situation. Dr. McCoy always gets freaking Bones always gets frustrated with more time, but that's what makes it so great. The chemistry and all, it's fantastic. It's still there. So anyway, so they're trying to intercept the V'ger, of course. When they do, they end up in close to the cloud, and they get attacked. Yeah, the ship gets attacked. Well, it's like a warning sign, really. It's like warning them stuff like, and Finger gets taken by V'ger. Found out later on it's V'ger, and then she's like, but turns back up on the ship, and she's like, she turns back on the ship, like, she's not wearing nothing. Then she is wearing something, and she's wearing just this gown, and that's it. And she turns out to be some kind of like probe or something. I don't know, it's weird. I'm like, well, she looks like a kind of like, she still looks human, of course. She's got this thing, and I'm like, and of course, and there's some kind of relationship between her and Decker. You know, they still have had some kind of like past, some kind of like relationship, whatever. And that kind of plays on the storyline later on. And they end up in the Vija, in the ship thing. It's great, you know, it's fun, it's massive, it's huge. It's like, if this thing wanted to attack the Enterprise, it would destroy it straight away. It's huge. It's massive, actually. It's huge. I like the fact when you actually see it, you actually see what it looks like. It's pretty cool, actually. It kind of looks like Babylon 5. Remember Babylon 5, that big ship, those ships? I did watch a bit of that show. I do remember those bits. It kind of looks a bit like that. Cool design. So this thing's headed towards Earth and then up in the mouth of the whale. I suppose that's what it is. It's a whale. Remember Pinocchio, then where Pinocchio and Figure ends up in the whale. It's kind of like that. They end up in this whale. Hey, because the thing opens up and it shuts and it's like, and it's just dragging them in there. And later on in the film, Finger decides to go into his suit. Spock decides to go into the suit, knocks this guy up, you know, uses his like Vulcan pinch and knocks one of the people on the ship, and he ends up in the suit. He ends up going. No, he goes into the suit. He goes outside of the ship, and he decides to go straight into the Entity. And yeah, it's really fun. It's like another world. This thing, it's massive. It's huge. Spock is like that, and this thing is huge. So anyway, so it happens he gets thrown back, and before he does that, you actually see all his stuff like. It's like memories, I'm not sure, but then you see Finger's character, Elia's character, like this big version of her. And this place is crazy. It's like a massive, it's like another world. It's like a theme park for aliens, you know, it's crazy. Memories and stuff like that, and planets and stuff, it's crazy, it's massive. And so anyway, it's end up getting thrown back, and Captain Kirk gets him, of course. And then they get him close to Earth, and of course, the woman in it, and the really attractive alien bald-headed chick. I rather have hair, to be honest. I've heard she would have looked better with hair, I think, but she looks unusual. Like, she looks more like Captain Picard, you know, the bald head and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, it's a good film though. I like it. It's not action packed like the other Star, but it's more like Star Trek because it explores. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I really enjoyed it. I mean, when you watch it again, you know, appreciate it more. When the effort in the film that they put in that when you watch the making of it, is how difficult it was to make this film in the first place. I won't put it in the top Star Trek films I've ever seen, but I like it. You got the cast, you got the characters, you got the chemistry, you got the effects are great in it. By the way, really are. They still look great. Even the end effects look good. It doesn't, because at the beginning of the film, I did notice something different. Because in the original version, when the Enterprise was coming out of space dock, there's like a black line out the back side of the ship. Like, you can see it when it's travelling. If you notice what I mean. In this version, it's been taken out, so you don't see it. It's like a little line. So where they hold the ship in the model and stuff like that. In this version, it's gone completely. It looks great. It was always there. What is that black line there? It's like it goes past it. It's like, it's weird. It's like, if you know what I mean, you'll see what I mean. It's crazy. You watch the original version, but watch this version. It's gone. So anyway, then Vija starts to, you know, I want to find out who my creator is. Vija wants to know who its creator is, and creator. So it decides to take them in the middle of its heart, you know, show Vija where Vija is, and you find out Vija is some kind of like Voyager 6 that was like sent back 300 years ago or so. And he wants to find out where, because on the thing it's like Vija, because it's got a bit of writing dirt on it and stuff. So I think he rubs it like Captain Kirk rubs it. It's like Voyager 6. So, and then it explains a lot, and the Finger decides to stay behind. I like the part in the film where the ship, like, right, you know, there's like these like paths that, you know, so they can walk across, and the bit of this, and you can actually see them come out of the ship. I like that little part where they come out of the ship, and it's like the small little people. In this version, it's like it's like you can tell it's like CGI, but it's like pretty well done actually. I'd say. That scene was changed a little bit because in the original one, it was like this big freaking pat. It's like a little bit different to the way it was made. So it's like an added scene in the film, which I thought was pretty cool. And anyway, so then they'll find out Vija. There's part of the film where it's like shooting his fingers at the planet. It's like giving a warning. You know. Anyway, so when I like the part where you actually see the ship actually traveling. You see the cloud, and you see the ship coming out. It's like you see what the full ship looks like in the director's cut, which is cool. Which I thought was cool actually, because it's kind of like in the original version you didn't see what it looked like properly. In this you do. It's massive too, it's huge. It's got some cool effects though. So they start shooting these like green things out of the planet. It looks pretty cool actually. So anyway, so then up where what in the thing, and so one of the people, anyway, they're trying to send some information from the Enterprise to Vija, but of course they can't because it's like burnt out the wires and stuff. I mean, and so Finger decides to stay behind and say, you know, they could have me, of course, Deckard's character. So he stays behind, and it looks like Quadrant Leap. You remember Quadrant Leap with I kept on thinking Quadrant Leap, you know, where he's glowing and stuff like that. So he stays behind, and then the Enterprise leaves, and of course, Vija like vanishes. Like it's like it's like thing else. So it's like they create like another life form. I like Finger when it says, "What should we do? Give it a spank or so?" And then when Dr. Bones says that, Dr. McCoy, and this is a funny line. It's still a funny line where he says it because he's like he has a point there. Things having a tantrum, you know. It's funny. It's funny. It's a funny scene. Dr. McCoy, he has some of the best lines. It's funny. He's great in this. He's fantastic. They're all great now, actually. It's great to see the returning characters like Captain Kirk and all. It's great. So yeah, Vija was so Vija's like it creates like another life form, like, and that's it. It just vanishes after that. So yeah, and it makes you wonder why it creates. You know, you think oh, so yeah. That spot was great. Where they like go, see what's out there, and there's warp speed out there. So yeah, great stuff. Good film, good visual effects, and an interesting movie. It's not everyone's favourite Star Trek, but you know when you watch it again, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm trying to think what I disliked about it. Maybe it's a bit slower than the other Star Trek films, but this is a film that feels like more. It's like more Star Trek-ish than exploring, find new life forms. This is what it's all about, finding new life forms, and that's what this Vija thing is. It's a new life form that was created by accident in a way. So yeah, interesting movie. I didn't hear that this could be created by the Borg. That's what I heard somewhere. That's why I think it was the thing online. The thing on the disc itself, and the woman's talking. She said it could have been a theory that the Borg created this, and then whatever. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. And what I disliked about it, slightly bit slower than the other Star Trek films, but apart from that, I liked it. I like the effects. I love the action. I love the exploring this new entity. That was pretty cool. I like the performance. They're good. Great chemistry. Great, great. Good budget too at the same time. It's an expensive movie to make. You can tell actually the sets are great. I like the way certain things were improvised in the movie. I had to do a certain effects, which was good. I like that. If you watch the documentary, it's fascinating. They do it. It's really good. And each character, it's great to see all the characters back, all the actors. And I heard that Leonard Nimoy didn't want to come back and do it, but then he did it, and he had that. It's weird when you think someone that didn't want to come back did the films afterwards, which is great. And he's great in this. He's fantastic. They're all great in this film. And Captain Goku's great. William Shatner, wonderful. And seeing the ship, the Enterprise, the new Enterprise, well, after the other one. And great effects. Good, a good, I would say a good story to it. Yeah, a good story. Yeah, so good film. Good music. Fantastic music. Love the music. Music's spot on. It's next generation music. It's great music for the next generation. Next generation. So yeah, awesome. So the rating I'm going to give Star Trek, the motion picture director's edition, It's a 4 out of 5. Really liked it. Good film. I appreciate the film more after when you watch the documentary and the director's version is a lot. And I just falls bar. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and so that's it for my review for that first film. So thank you for watching, people. Please subscribe to my channel. So yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was really entertaining to watch. It's got some. I mean, the only thing that the other part I didn't like is the first the beginning of the film. Why the hell did they cut that bit out? 2 minutes of the stars, you know. That scene I just don't get. I should have cut that bit out. I would have cut that bit out. That scene was pointless. I didn't quite understand that. Music and then stars, and that's it. It's weird. If you watch the film, you just want me. I was like, ah. I have to fast forward that every time because I can't see the point of that at all. Yeah, that's the only thing I like about that part too. So apart from that, I really enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 for Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Anyway, people, remember to subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Take a look yourself and beam me up, Scotty. Thank you for watching. Engage.